had dim sum at Shinue Kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's my...
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second.
Let's all take a seat!
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you!
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing? Wow, so much delicious food! Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about—
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, what about you, Traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood?
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. So full. That meal was so satisfying, it even gave Paimon some— Oh, listen! Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from—
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu?
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many—
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon.
What? Oh,
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? I wouldn't even— My dad... He always wanted me to inherit the family bit, but that's just not who I am.
have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job.
Oh, that's—
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but one day, he tried to get me to visit. In the end, I was so angry that I... don't get on my case just yet, okay? No, I know that it wasn't. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince, I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I...
Gaming.
But I'm sure you both... In the past, I would go door to door, and you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table. Still, change takes...
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Her teeth...
Actually, we told Xianyun that we would go to—
Oh?
Are you interested in kite making?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
That title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried, with some limited success, to change her terms of She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on—
Is that—
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she—
Yeah, she does seem to have—
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end.
Great! The more the merrier!
Behold! Yeah!
Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up!
I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Apologies in advance.
Wait, Shenhe?
See? It worked.
Are you okay, Ganyu?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. Paimon doesn't think that...
Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually...
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin restaurant with me.
I could not... I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker.
Well, you know me.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as...
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition. Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. I'll meet up with her later. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today.
Wow, you're really...
As for myself, I'm afraid I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the... But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop. My motivation for being here might...
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is...
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm. Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought... So delicious. Paimon's life is...
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly... As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions.
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you...
We're not in any hurry to get started. Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? But I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after...
You're that unenthused by kite...
No, it's not that. It would take... What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular...
I want a Swanee!
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to try. There's... Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design...
Yep.
One is looking for...
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friend.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, when giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not?
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi.
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna start painting it gold.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression...
actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before. Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should probably get started up. Perhaps we should.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Let's not We should get started on our kite now. Let's go.
The scissor-tailed swallow sure takes a lot of.
First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, if nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word Paimon means... Now, what expression should we give her? Since the kite is going to be flying super... It's too high! Someone save Paimon! She's about to faint! Now that we've decided, let's make... It's done! Paimon, now we just have to attack...
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh! Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow. Yep. The coloring makes it look... If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might... if you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines.
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is...
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can...
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is...
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark. So you're sure your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao? It's all thanks to Auntie...
What about your kite, traveler?
Ta-da! Here it is!
That's hilarious.
Why does Paimon feel like you're laughing at her and not...
I'm just admiring the expression you chose. Whether the kite soars high in the air or comes crashing straight to the ground, that's quite the impressive feat, actually.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of... Oh, and to do so by making use of this? One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer! Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go up?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who...
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
This Fontanian device of
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not...
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection?
One believes it drifted in the direction of... Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one...
Your concern is Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her On the subject of said kite, however, one...
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solid... Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to...
Further explanation shall only fan the flames.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice...
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as one...
You're an adeptus? Please forgive us for... I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... Well, and if that's all...
We finally caught up. You sure do fly... Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing?
You!
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she...
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of...
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. However, we are far from being as adept as you.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene against Traveler, Paimon. Do try to keep up.
We're leaving already? All this flying for...
It seems that one's
Then, should we continue?
A splendid suggestion.
Perhaps your mountain would suffice.
A fine idea.
Squall and Fury! Gah!
They're back.
Paimon's pooped.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said...
Oh?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from... He looked quite dejected as...
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
A reflection of him. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship and the...
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection. If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself,
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset.
just like some people can eat spicy food,
Exactly. That's why tolerance and
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation? Did one
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on
One was merely doing night fast approaches. If you are
Oh, it's been so.
worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. Shenhe, Ganyu.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Behold!
This is...
I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
how do we look?
She asked them just like that.
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined! Those outfits really suit you.
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue. What colors have you been partial to lately?
Lately, why is Cloud Retainer such...
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer.
Thank you, Master.
One is content as long as you are pleased with the gift.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just... This golden crab's particularly good. The shells... It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know it.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent... Oh, well...
It's rare for someone to make such a...
One, he appears to be a young
It appears that he wishes to break
kite string.
Where do we even begin?
One has only heard that the two
He ran away from...
Oh?
ran away, you say?
Oh, okay.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern right fast approaches. As one was contacting various tailors around, he possessed a singular talent at a gathering of adepti. However, when one asked, and later... one means to say, it is a time to address problem. Fate is fickle.
That's... not...
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps
Is there anything I can...
combining our F... Aha! How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep.
One's designs never fail. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary preparation.